What's up guys, and welcome back to a brand new Hijomeatman news video. Today we're going to talk about the young 16-year-old, soon to be 17, but at the time making this video is obviously 16, Pedro Acosta, the young rookie on everyone's radar in the MotoGP paddock at the moment. Ever since he arrived obviously this season in Qatar, he hasn't done anything except, surprise everybody in the paddock. Honestly, it's definitely been a rookie sensation. A lot of people deeming him the next Marc Marquez. So it's going to be interesting to see whether he can fulfill, that destiny. We have seen other riders get that tag in the past. Fabio Quartararo also being one who, arrived in Moto3 at a very young age, 15 years old. Obviously from winning that Spanish World Championship, and he was another rider. They got that little tag of the next Marc Marquez. So Pedro Acosta, obviously 16 years old, on board the Red Bull KTM Aho team, a great team to be in. Obviously full of experience, and obviously won plenty of races and world championships in the past. So he's had a great little team there, and you would have thought that KTM will definitely be looking to keep Pedro Acosta within their family ranks, and not lose out to a rival team, like Ducati, Honda, Suzuki, Yamaha, Aprilia. Anybody on board the grid all have great bikes nowadays in MotoGP. So KTM will probably be looking to try and get a long-term contract with him and keep him within their little family. It would be an ideal situation obviously for Pedro Acosta. It's a nice safe route, I guess you could say, to MotoGP, with KTM having that progression through the categories. Obviously in the Moto3 team, then if one of the Moto2 riders eventually does go up into the Tech 3, he'll probably go into that bike and, so forward and get into MotoGP eventually. But who knows? Obviously, all the manufacturers are, looking at Pedro now, probably offering him contracts and talking with him and for plans of the future and that. But like I said, I definitely feel like KTM, they'll be looking to try and keep him nice and safe within their family, and not lose out to a rival, another manufacturer. And Pedro Acosta, obviously very young, obviously 16 years old, and he's got the attention of everybody. So it's pretty good to see. Obviously he doesn't seem to crumble under pressure or anything. He's had a great season so far. Le Mans was the first mistake, I guess you could say, that we've really kind of seen of him. But even so, after he obviously started 21st, I think it was, got up into the top 10, catching up to the front runners. Unfortunately crashed out, but he did keep the clutch in and kept the bike going, got back on and done another comeback and finished within the top 10 and extended the championship lead, even though he crashed. But apart from that mistake, the rest of the season has been amazing. Obviously the win in Jerez, the win in Portimao, the Qatar win from the pit lane, the podium in the opening race, obviously, on tracks where he hasn't obviously been to before compared to the rest of the grid. His main rivals and that, which have a lot more experience than him. He's going pretty well, and it's not surprising at all, that he has the attention of everybody already. We're only a couple races into, like 4 or 5 races into the season. He's already got a massive lead in Moto3. We don't usually see massive championship gaps like that in Moto3, especially this early on in the World Championship. But it looks like Pedro's got it all under control. He looks really good on the Moto3 bike. his riding style and the braking style, it looks amazing on the Moto3 bike. It's definitely a style which is kind of used more on bigger bikes. So it's definitely going to be interesting to see, obviously, when he makes a jump to Moto2, how he adapts to that. These braking style, it's definitely suited for a bigger bike. It's not really one that we usually see in Moto3. When you look at him, compared to other riders in the category, he brakes a little bit different and that. So, he's definitely going to be a star of the future. I mean, that's for sure, and throughout this season, he's definitely going to be a hard one to beat. He's on top form everywhere. Even if he doesn't qualify well on the Sunday, he's definitely a good racer. He can fight through the pack with ease. It looks like, it doesn't look like it's a problem for him. And he's definitely got a bright future ahead of him. It's going to be interesting to see, how it all develops. Obviously it's just his first season in Moto3. 16 years old, soon to be 17, I think, next week. For Pedro Acosta. And guys, what are your thoughts on the young Spaniard? Like I said, great season so far. He's definitely looking good. Obviously to go ahead and challenge and to win the World Championship this season, and then it'll be interesting, obviously, to see how his career goes from there. But make sure down in the comments, leave a like and subscribe for more content as always. and I'll see you with some brand new videos very soon.